I came here to live 36 years ago, and in 1991 I started photographing the landscape. I would get up every morning, pull the curtains, look out at the sky, and if I thought the sky was shaping up, I'd have a quick cup of tea and a piece of toast out of that door at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I would be standing in one of these damp, cold fields waiting for the opportunity to create one of my landscapes. Look at the sky now, it's looking just like one of my pictures. Within a few minutes, the cloud would get over that sun, and the sun would try to push into other bare bits of sky, and then it'll come alive for me. All around you, the trees they're like etchings, and that's the way I prefer to use the landscape. I'd like it to be a winter etching, and with drama. Because when you see a tree naked, you're seeing the real person. It's telling you all about its strength, its character, and its struggle against the elements, and and its age, and all kinds of stuff. Couldn't be better than this for me. All the leaves are gone, all the character of the river and its close associate, the trees and the plants that grow with it. It's all there to see, and there's a mood about this picture. You can see why I like black and white photography, because there's a mood that colour simply can't give you. There's just the same part of the river, but it's not so threatening. It's more pleasing to the eye, this picture, because of the stillness. For me, the landscape, it has to have energy. I'm trying to engage the energy of this landscape and record it on film and paper. It's a mystery, that pond. I'm asking myself why it's there. What's its function? It looks as if a giant meteorite has hit it and become a convenient drinking fountain. I've just come back from the Arctic, and I've taken the most simplistic kind of landscape pictures. They have a strange mood and quality about them. The Arctic is a strange place. It's quiet, it's cold, there didn't seem to be any wind. Everything was rather frozen in its own time. And nobody's ever seen these landscapes. This was taken in Brick Lane in the early 70s. That's what I call an urban landscape. So landscape isn't just something that's applied to the countryside, There's a landscape and a tapestry in cities as well. I'm going to show you some pictures I've made this year of Palmyra, because I went back to Syria twice in the last year to photograph the damage that ice has heaped upon the most beautiful city, Roman city in the world, Palmyra. I've been fortunate enough to see these places and photograph them before they got destroyed. So I think I'm doing a bit of a kind of cultural service, really. I've carted this camera all over the world. It's a really cumbersome looking, ugly old thing, but boy, has it got quality. When I've been abroad, I go to an Indian festival of elephants on a river that joins the Ganges. It's called the River Gandak. I know what time of day the light will fade, begin, or be useless. I know that in the early morning when they're scrubbing the elephants with pumice stones, at 6:30 in the morning the sun will rise and it will try to climb through a Monet-type mist. You can't do anything great without energy and without imagination. They're like an ingredient. They come from all angles to make that image, to make that print, to stick it on the wall and make people stand there and look at it and ingest it so that they can go away feeling the same spiritual experiences that you did when you first took the picture. I've just come from the Himalayas, and I can come from that to this. Then I go to New York City, where it's like busy, noisy, vast, big, and I come back to this. I've spent the last 60 years looking at war and destruction. It's been anything but peace, photographing war. It's the most ugliest thing that human beings can get engaged in. I've been to hundreds of places in this world, all over the globe, and it all comes back to here. And I think this has become a spiritual home for me. Nothing ever stays the same in life. You find a place you really love, and and you think it's going to stay like that forever, and it won't. You must always expect change. I look out at the landscape and I can see it's only been formed by volcanic, thousands of years ago, volcanic activity, and it's man who's come along and he's shaped the landscape for his needs. And so all I'm doing is falling in line with time now by recording what's there. People call me a war photographer, which I really hate, because I'm not. I'm a photographer, period. They call me an artist. I am not an artist. I am a photographer. I'm very happy with that title. We do not live in a black and white world. We live in a world of color. But when I make those black and white pictures, they will scream at you. They will not allow you to walk past them. They will hold you. They will embrace your thoughts, and you will come away saying to yourself, I've just seen something, and it's disturbed me. That's the way I want it to be. I want to disturb people, but I want to please them at the same time. What I don't want is for them to walk past my picture.